Hi, my name is Rick Sanchez. I'm with a company called Tractor Tip, and what we have for sale here today is a Caterpillar 320CL. The serial number of this particular unit is, the full serial number is CAT, C-A-T 0320, C like Charlie, E like Edward, P like Paul, A like Adam, B like boy, 0732, and I'm going to leave that last digit blank. We're going to talk about the mechanics of this particular machine in the first clip, the operating specs in the second. We'll run it in the third. Price on a new machine like this these days is like the way this machine is equipped is well over $200,000. This machine currently shows 4,639 hours on it. As far as manufacturers go, Caterpillar's ubiquitous in the world of heavy construction, mining equipment, utility equipment for that matter. They've been #1 since I was a baby, and they'll probably stay #1 for the indefinite future. The weight of this machine is 48,000 pounds. The widest point are those tracks at 10 foot 5 inches. The highest point is the top of that cab at 10 feet. And the transportation link, when this thing's all tucked up in transport profile, is 33 feet. Comparable machines are like a Komatsu PC200, maybe a John Deere 200, or a Hitachi EX 200. As far as the history of this unit goes, this machine, like many of them, almost all the machines we purchase, is original owner Dallas, Texas machine. I say that because, you know, it's not wheeled, but we don't deal with salt. We don't mine salt. We're not near an ocean. We're 300 miles from the ocean. We're far enough south that we don't ever have to deal with any of that stuff that they deal with up north and on the coast as far as rust goes. This particular machine had a pretty conscientious maintenance manager that had a comprehensive maintenance program that rivals some of the best I've seen. We, as well as all of our customers, have been happy with all the machines we purchased from these guys. And it should be said that before I purchase any machine, my mechanics thoroughly inspect it. And if the money's right, then I go out and I inspect it before I write a check. As far as options go, as you can see, this machine has got auxiliary hydraulics. It's got some little pilot lines there for like a hydraulic quick coupler or rotational circuitry on a rotating shear. It's got vandal guards, as you can see right there. It's got wider than standard pads. The significance of that is that, #1, you get better lifting capacity, and #2, you have better stability. You know, the other thing that this tank, where's that pattern control change valve?
The compartment behind the door that's open.
All right. I know it's got a change valve, but I'm not sure.
Close that door.
This one?
Yeah. Well, it's right here, but there's your pattern control.
There's a pattern control change valve. So you can go from British standard to ISO controls. It's got a battery disconnect here. It's got a hinged radiator. This is what you're pointing at, Tank?
Yeah.
It's got a hinged radiator, so you can blow out the oil cooler and the radiator. You can get to clean it out a lot better. It does have an air conditioner, but the blower motor is making some racket. This just started, what, today, Tank?
Yes.
So anyway, we'll show you guys that. We haven't had a chance, as of the shooting of this video, we haven't had a chance to replace that blower motor. But the AC does blow cold. You've got a 12, I think you've got a 12 volt outlet in the cab. Well, you've got an outlet in the cab. I don't know if it's 12 volt though, so I'd be careful before you plug your iPhone in that. It may be 24 volt. Think of any other options, Tank?
No.
Well, we got an extra bunch of, I guess you could consider that an option. We got a extra set of teeth there. 2 sets looks like. As far as the engine goes, oh, I need to get up there for the engine. Okay, as far as this engine goes, this is a Cat 3066 diesel engine. You can see on the tag there, I don't know if that'll come out, but that's a 138 horsepower engine. This machine has got a 105 gallon fuel tank, which will run you 12 to 16 hours of operation depending on your application. Okay, so all the fluid levels on this machine are where they should be. This machine is mechanically sound. There's no leaks on it. Everything works. It's got a little 2-speed transmission, if you will. It's not really a transmission. It's, you know, final drives. 2-speed final drives, I guess, more proper way to say that. Rabbit or slow and fast. Top speed on this machine is 3.4 miles an hour. The undercarriage, if you can get that, Tank. The undercarriage is about 75%. I kind of tell with the undercarriage by how far this front idler is pushed out. If it's pushed far enough back, then you can tell that you know, there's not very much wear on the pins and the bushings on that on the track. Show them this side. The final drives have got plenty of power, enabling them to counter rotate. As far as things that are wrong with this machine, it's missing a mirror. Oh. I guess they replaced that. It was missing a mirror, so they replaced that. It's missing a work lamp right here. And this work lamp is disconnected. Of course, you've got these work lamps here that work. This bucket tooth right here is chipped, but like I say, there's replacement teeth in the cab there. It's got an armrest cover that's missing. That's a relatively easy fix, but it's kind of annoying when you're operating it. What else, Tank?
About it.
The hydraulics on this machine are strong. There's no cracks or welds on this work equipment here. All of the pins and the bushings are relatively tight. I don't know if I already said that, but as far as this bucket goes, this bucket is actually a 30-inch bucket. It's 30 inches across. It's from that point to that point, it's 5.5 feet long, I guess you could say, and it's 4 foot deep going back into it here. I'd rate this probably about a maybe a 3/4 of a yard to a yard bucket. We have other buckets over there that'll fit this machine, so kind of keep that in mind. The maximum bucket that you can put on this machine is like a 2 yard is what the manufacturers call for. The dig depth on this unit, maximum dig depth is 20 feet. The maximum reach at ground level from midpoint of this idler out is 37 feet. The maximum breakout force for this machine is 30,000 pounds. And the maximum lifting capacity at ground level from the front, like 15 feet out, is 23,000 pounds. Of course, you go out, it drops exponentially, and so like I say, these are wider than standard pads. They're 31.5 inches wide. You got 15 foot of track on the ground. Another interesting thing about this excavator is that the drawbar pull on this machine, which the drawbar pull is the amount of weight a machine can push or pull in addition to its own weight, is pretty impressive on this machine. It's 48,000 pounds. I don't know if that does anybody any good, but if you had a strike-off blade or something, it'd push like a dozer. What else, Tank?
Run it.
Okay, we're gonna run it in the next clip. Alright, so this is a video of the inside of the cab. Here's your joystick control. Here's that armrest that's missing. It's not a big deal. I mean, put just about anything there and make it work. There's your monitor panel. There's your hour meter. I'll start it up here in just a minute. Your travel control speed, your automatic decel, your buzzer stop, your work lamps. This is your air conditioner, your radio over here, your throttle control. So I'll go ahead and start this machine. This has got to be up when you start it. There's your throttle control. I don't know if you can hear the hour meter. That's your foot pedal for your auxiliary hydraulics. This is your moon roof here. This is the seat. That's a catch for your window. Here's what I'm talking about the air conditioner. You can hear that. Now it is blowing cold, but there's a rattle, like that little blower motor bearings going out. Not a big deal, but needs to be mentioned nonetheless. Here's your I'm not real sure how to